Hello and welcome back to the Virtual Pub Quiz channel for another one of the specialist quizzes. If you are new here, welcome along. This is what we do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We put specialist quizzes up, and my name's Jay. I'm the host of the live virtual quiz on a Thursday and a Saturday night. So thank you very much for joining us for this specialist quiz today. Now this is a big one because a lot of you, this is probably taking up 90% of the requests for specialist quizzes, and I have held back from doing it because a few other people have done very big sort of friends specialist quizzes, and I didn't want to cross over on the questions, but because it seems to be the one that comes up the most, here it is. And I'm going to do it slightly differently, but here is your friends quiz part 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with series 1 and 2. And then each week I'll then do 2 series. You've got 20 questions today. Normally you only get 10 on the specialist quizzes. So today you've got 20 questions for the specialist quiz. So yeah, I'll do series 1 and 2 this week, then series 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 9 and 10, etc. and so on. So we'll cover them off, all of the 10 series of friends over the next 5 weeks on a Tuesday. Now, some of these questions may cross over. I'd love to have gone and had a look at what everyone's asked so far, but I've just, time-wise, I've just not physically got the time. So these have been created through my own knowledge and looking, through episode guides and things like that. So if they do cross over, I do apologise, but that's the nature, unfortunately, of quizzes. Sometimes, we are going to cross questions over. I've already asked a couple of questions in some of my quizzes that I've already asked in previous ones or specialist rounds, etc. So, yeah. So if there is one, great. Don't tell the people you're playing with, and you get an extra point for free. So don't worry about it. Yeah. So 20 questions. If you've never played before, grab yourself a pen and paper. We'll give you the 20 questions. And then we'll give you a little hint as to when to pause the video, and then we'll give you the answers at the end of it. So if you're all settled and ready, if you're not, hit pause now, and welcome back. But now, if you're all settled and ready, let's get into this with 10 questions all about series 1. So question number 1 is, after Rachel runs through the door in a wedding dress, Chandler turns to the door and says, what does he want? Oh, sorry, start again. Chandler turns to the door and says he wants what? So after Rachel runs through the door in a wedding dress, Chandler turns to the door and says he wants what? It's the very, very first episode. Remember, these first 10 are all from series 1. Number 2, what does Phoebe find in the can of pop? Can of soda, can of fizzy drink. I think that covers everyone. So what does Phoebe find in the can of pop? Can of soda, can of fizzy drink. Now she gets some money for finding said thing in the can of pop, but who does she give the money to as a way of stopping them from smoking? So Phoebe gets some money for what she finds in the can of pop, but who does she give the money to as a way of stopping them smoking? Number 4, Chandler gets trapped in an ATM vestibule with whom? So Chandler gets trapped in an ATM vestibule with whom? So the New Year's Eve episode in the first series, after moaning that he has no one to kiss him, who kisses Chandler? So in the New Year's Eve episode in the series 1, after moaning that he has no one to kiss him, who does kiss Chandler at New Year's Eve? At midnight. That's what I meant, midnight. Number 6, talking of kissing people, who kisses Chandler's mother in series 1? So who kisses Chandler's mother in series 1? Number 7, who makes a pass at Phoebe, causing Rachel to break up with him? So who makes a pass at Phoebe, causing Rachel to break up with him? Number 8. Which language does Marcel change Monica's TV into? So which language does Marcel change Monica's TV into? And again, talking of Marcel, number 9. Marcel goes to which zoo in series 1? So Marcel goes to which zoo in series 1? And finally, number 10. Who accidentally let slip to Rachel that Ross is in love with her at the end of series 1? So who accidentally let slip to Rachel that Ross is in love with her at the end of series 1? So that's your 10 on series 1. So we've got 10 more to come on series 2. So number 1, what cologne does the cowboy sell that encroaches on Joey's patch in the department store? So what cologne does the cowboy sell that encroaches on Joey's patch in the department store? Number 2, Phoebe was secretly married to Duncan, who was a Canadian what? So Phoebe was secretly married to Duncan, who was a Canadian what? Number 3, who played Stephanie, the performer who took Phoebe's Central Perk gig even? Oh, I believe I mispronounced that. So who played Stephanie, the performer who takes Phoebe's Central Perk gig? Number 4, what was the name of the synthetic chocolate that Monica had to What was the name of the synthetic chocolate that Monica had to create recipes with? So what was the name of the synthetic chocolate that Monica had to create recipes with? Number 5, Chandler is left naked in the toilets by his former humiliated classmate Susie. But who played Susie? Just remember, these are all from series 2, these ones. So Chandler is left naked in the toilets by his former humiliated classmate Susie. But who played Susie? Number 7, Joey finally gets his big break in which soap opera? Joey finally gets his big break in which soap opera? Number 7, after Joey moves out, what was the name of Chandler's crazy new roommate? So after Joey moves out, what was the name of Chandler's crazy new roommate? Number 8. Phoebe's old flame Ryan, just as Ryan, Phoebe's old flame, arrives in town. That makes more sense. What disease does she catch? So just as Ryan, Phoebe's old flame, arrives in town, what disease does she catch? Two to go. Number 9, down to her last few dollars, Monica is eventually forced to take a job at which diner? It's the Moondance Diner. No, I've given the answer away. Oh, here we go. I thought I was on the answers. So down to her last few dollars, Monica is eventually forced to take a job at which diner? I pre-record these all in one go. That's staying in. It was always bound to happen again. And finally, number 10. Which song does Rachel perform at Barry and Mindy's wedding? So which song does Rachel perform at Barry and Mindy's wedding? Right, I've given you one answer already. It's entirely up to you if you want to crack on, or if you need to have a look at and just check your answers over. If you pause the video now, and welcome back. I will find the best way to do that, so maybe a cut or something, I don't know. But yeah, welcome back. And if you didn't go anywhere, thanks for staying with me. So yeah, we've got 20 answers to give you. Well, 19 answers to give you, and one I've already done. Of the first two series of Friends. So let's get into them. So series 1, question 1. After Rachel runs through the door in a wedding dress, Chandler turns to the door and says he wanted what? He said, "I just want $1 million." Number 2, what did Phoebe find in the can of pop? It was a severed thumb. It's easy for me to say. But number 3, who does she give the money to as a way of stopping them smoking? Obviously, she got given a lot of money for finding the severed thumb. She gave it to Chandler. Number 4, talking of Chandler, Chandler got trapped in an ATM vestibule with whom? It was Jill Goodacre. Goodacre. One of the best. That episode, the Blackout episode, I think is one of the best, personally. Number 5, in the first New Year's Eve episode, after moaning that he has no one to kiss him, who kisses Chandler at midnight? It was Joey. Number 6, who kisses Chandler's mother in series 1? It was Ross. Number 7, who makes a pass at Phoebe, causing Rachel to break up with him? It was Paolo. Number 8, which language does Marcel change Monica's TV into? It's Spanish. Number 9, Marcel goes to which zoo in series 1? It was San Diego. And finally, for series 1, who accidentally lets slip to Rachel that Ross is in love with her at the end of the series? It was Chandler. On to series 2. What cologne does the cowboy sell that encourages What cologne does the cowboy sell that encroaches on Joey's patch in the department store? It was Hombre. Hombre for men. Hombre for men. Number 2. Phoebe was secretly married to Duncan, who was a Canadian what? He was an ice dancer. Number 3, who played Stephanie, the performer who took Phoebe's Central Perk gig? It was Chrissy Hind. Number 4, what was the name of the synthetic chocolate that Monica had to create recipes with? It was Mocholat. Number 5, Chandler is left naked in the toilets by his former humiliated classmate Susie, but who played Susie? It was Julia Roberts. Number 6, Joey finally gets his big break in which soap opera? It was, of course, Days of Our Lives. Number 7, after Joey moves out, what was the name of Chandler's crazy new roommate? It was Eddie. Number 8, just as Ryan, Phoebe's old flame, arrives in town, what does she catch? It's chicken pox. Number 9, down to her last few dollars, Monica is eventually forced to take a job at which diner? Moondance Diner. And finally for today, number 10, which song does Rachel perform at Barry and Mindy's wedding? It was the Copacabana. So that is your questions for today. How have you got on? Let us know in the comments below or over on all of our social media platforms. The links are just down here. I'm trying to get me there, down there somewhere in the description. Plus, obviously, the new fundraising page for Alzheimer's Research UK, who we have now partnered with for this week. So thank you very much for your support as always. If you are new here, please do subscribe down below. You'll get a notification when all of our specialist quizzes are live. And you'll get a reminder for the big quizzes on Thursday and Saturday night. A lot of messages I see are what time's the quiz arriving, what time is it going live, what time are the specialist quizzes. Well, if you subscribe down below, and it is free, it doesn't cost you anything, subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and you'll get all the notifications as to when all of our quizzes go up. Other than that, thank you very much as always. Love reading all your comments that we get. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.